Hey there, it's Good Time Gal. Happy Valentine's Day. We made it. It's Valentine's Day. It's a day filled with love. Spread it. And with all this crazy news that we've been getting, guys, I hope that you are spreading the love. As you can see, I'm already getting love. They're beautiful. Look at them. Yes. And they're pink. So perfect color. I love it. So I'm going to set these aside. So today, since this is Valentine's Day weekend, don't you love that Valentine's actually happened on a weekend? Oh, so now you can spread the love Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and feel refreshed and glowy Monday. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we've already taught you how to do the Better Than Sex cake. We've already did our cherry or apple hand pies for a sexy picnic. So today I'm gonna teach you from the cookbook, as always, from my Good Time Gal cookbook. We are going to do the Valentine's Day sleigh menu, but we're gonna do the dessert. It's called a lazy cherry dessert. This is exactly what it says, lazy cherry dessert. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, girl, I don't have time, but that's why we're doing this. Because in this holiday, no one seems to have time, right? We've prepared everything for everyone else. We're making sure that the kids have their Valentine's Day. We're making sure flowers are sent everywhere. We're making sure everybody feels that love. So this is a wonderful, wonderful dessert to add with the Valentine's Day sleigh menu, which is a wonderful lamb chop with an edamame mint pepper sauce. And then we serve that with a nice cucumber salad. And then of course we have the lazy cherry dessert. Each recipe for this menu, I believe this menu will take you under an hour to cook. Under an hour to cook. Less than $50. Less than $50, under an hour to cook. So that's why I want to focus on the lazy cherry dessert. I am a chef, but that does not mean that I want to be in the kitchen all the time. Sometimes I want to have fun too. So a lazy cherry dessert is one of those desserts where this is going to be very fast, but it's going to come out delicious. So I hope that you guys enjoy it, okay? And just so we are clear, this is not a live. This is a recording. So I can go ahead and let you guys know, Good Time Gal Cookbook is available on Amazon for an ebook download. You can, if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you can download the ebook reader for free. I always recommend to get the paper copy so that you can have it and you can just, I'm a paper copy type of girl. But all of my books are available on Amazon. If you have Kindle, they are free, because that's what food equity is about. Yes, I would love for you guys to buy my paperbacks, and that would make me feel amazing. But the truth is, it makes me feel even more amazing when you are able to afford this and you're able to spread the love, because that's really what this is about, right? This is Good Time Gal Cookbook for all occasions, family and friends and get-togethers. So I want your get-togethers to feel like my get-togethers, because people always say, girl, you always have so much fun. Your parties are always a blast. And the truth is, sometimes it's just about the food that we cook. That food can go ahead and be a catalyst for those conversations that we want to have, and we get to just have a really good time. So that's what I'm going to say about that. But let's get back to what we need to do, which is the lazy cherry dessert. So I'm going to read the ingredients. If you have my cookbook, please feel free to read along. So it says 2 cans of cherry filling. I have 1 can of cherry filling, and wouldn't you know, they're out. But I also have this can of Moschino cherries, so this will actually work, right? I can substitute. The reason I'm substituting this is because I'm a chef and I know what I'm doing. If you don't, just go get the extra can of cherries, okay? So 2 cans of cherry pie filling, 1 package of our yellow cake mix, and I got this super moist cake mix. Then we have margarine, of course. We've got our butter, and then we have our chopped nuts. So this is my energy trail mix. I'm going to get the almonds out and crush those up. This was $1, so that is why I got it. So the total cost for all of this was $9. It was $9. So I want to say that too. It was a really great deal. And again, remember, we're working in food equity. So the number one thing is I want everybody to be able to afford to be able to cook. So being able to cook a dessert under $10 is wonderful, especially with inflation rising. And if you notice, there's no eggs. So that's what this is. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this pie pan, and then we're just going to start doing what we said we were going to do. Okay. So this is going to be pretty easy. This is not hard, okay? So now I have my can opener. But before I do that, I'm going to open these first. If I can open them, I did. I'm so strong. I'm going to pour the juice out because I don't want the excess juice right now. I hope you guys are having a really great day. I hope you guys are spreading the love, because now more than ever, we need to spread love. I'm gonna push this back and push this down so you can see. So this is my 9x13 pan. And I'm gonna go ahead and empty those cherries in there. I'm just gonna distribute them a little evenly. And then I've already got some pre-made cherries. If you are a chef and you want to make your own cherries, I always suggest 2 cups of sugar, a little vanilla, and the cherries pitted, and then boil them down for about 30 minutes. And then I'm just gonna put, I'm gonna do this where I shake it because I want it to cover the whole bottom. And you see why maybe we need 2 cans, but guess what? It's okay. We're gonna be okay. This actually may have been enough. I think we did okay. We did okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set that aside. Now that I have put this on top, I am going to sprinkle the cake mix over the top, okay? So no, I'm not making it yet. I am going to use this and put this over it. Similar, if you've watched my Bisquick cobbler, this is similar to that, right? Because the Bisquick cobbler, we didn't really add anything to it. So I'm just sprinkling this on top. And I'm gonna make sure that I get it covered. And now I'm gonna evenly distribute it a little bit. And I'm working with my spatula, so I'm just making it as pretty and even as I can. All right, so now the last thing. Well, not the last thing, but the second to the last thing, right? So now I am going to melt the whole stick of butter because I'm not sure how much I'm gonna need, right? Because I've filled this up. So I'm going to melt this in my microwave. About 30 seconds. 30 seconds should do the trick. But are you seeing how easy this is? We have 10 minutes on the timer. And I want to point out, 5 of that 5 minutes was me explaining to you about this. So yes, we're almost done. And that's what Valentine's Day should be. It should be easy, peasy Valentine's Day squeezy, right? We should not be stressing over what am I gonna cook? Will they like it? If they like lamb, they'll love it. If they like edamame, or if they like trying new things, I always like to remind people, you know, Valentine's Day, we love to experiment in the bedroom, but this is also a great way to experiment with food. And it's also a really great way to get those romance juices flowing, because romance builds when we connect, right? When we make a connection, when we share something that maybe we otherwise wouldn't share. So being able to be like, oh my God, that lamb chop and edamame mint pepper sauce, it was delicious. And that lazy cherry dessert with it, I fell in love, right? That is what I hope this does for your Valentine's Day. I just want you guys to have this really romantic, fun-filled Valentine's Day, right? So now, it's hot, as you can see, so I'm just swirling it about to make sure that I'm getting the amount that I would like. And now I'm just going to pour it over. And then I'm gonna slowly mix it like we did before. If you notice, the butter is starting to set. So when the butter starts to set, it kind of just lays on top. So I don't have to do all this work. It's just doing it for me. But yes, this is what I want. So now this is going to go in our oven at 350 for 45 minutes. That's right. So I am going to put this in the oven, and when it is all done, I'll come back. All right, while we're waiting on the lazy cherry dessert to cook, I went ahead and sorted through the nuts. This is for our topping. So I've got some really wonderful walnuts here, and I'll show them to you. Very nice. And then I have a few almonds. So I am going to chop these up, and then we're going to add them to the topping, okay? I'd like for you guys to see it, because I know that you're going to say, wait, I didn't see that. What did she put when I do the picture? So I would rather just do it now, so there's no qualms. But yes, and how I do it is I just take a knife and I just slowly chop. You know, I also want to say, it's okay if you're not doing anything with anybody this Valentine's Day. If you want to hang out alone and make this dinner. You know, I usually volunteer at a kitchen for the holidays, any holiday, Valentine's, Christmas. I love to give time. I know that my love can be pretty intense when I just give it to one person, because I'm an intense person. I'm also a Cancer, and when you Google the best love, it's from a Cancer. So yeah, I love it. I love holidays, all that stuff. But sometimes I have way too much love to give, so I like to volunteer. This year, unfortunately, with the administration's new rollbacks, my business is not able to volunteer at the moment. They're working out some things. So for me, I do not, I always tell you guys, I don't mind being alone, but just because I'm alone doesn't mean that I can't eat well. Just because you're alone doesn't mean that you can't love yourself, love being alone. I love being alone. That's the crazy thing. I do. Because it's peaceful, right? No one is messing with my peace. And I think we should all look at it like that. Like, if you feel better when you're alone, maybe it's the people you're around. And if you feel alone when you're alone, maybe you need to go deeper and maybe find something that sparks a passion in you that makes you feel seen and validated. And that's something with cooking. Cooking is something that motivates me. It makes me feel powerful, confident, because it's something that I know that I can do in my sleep. If somebody right now was like, make a chive polenta, in my sleep, I'll be able to, I got you. So that's what this is about, right? The cooking that I'm doing it's also a love letter to myself, right? That I love myself enough to do what I would like, follow my dreams, follow my passions. And I want that for you too. So today, when we're all out here giving love and you're seeing couples and you're seeing families, and if you're a single person, just remember that you are loved, and the love that you want to give somebody, baby, give it to yourself. And I promise you, you will feel it, because that's the number one thing that I have done. Was I was so caught up in giving my good love. Like, who want this good love? Who want this good love? Come and get your love. Nobody wanted it. Nobody. It's like, oh, I don't want that. No, thank you. And I got to a point where I was like, well, maybe it's just me. And I just realized maybe it's not just me. Maybe my love is just so pure and so great that it needs to be given freely to everybody. So that's what I do. And I also give it back to myself. And I feel amazing. Like, loving yourself is such a rebellious act in a world where you have to love money, you have to love everything else but yourself. So just remember that. It's okay to love yourself. It's okay to take a beat. It's okay to not want to be on a dating app. It's okay. It's okay to just vibe by yourself until you feel that you're ready. I know this world makes you feel like, oh, well, you're alone, and you being alone is not a good thing. But the truth is, being alone can really help you gain that clarity that you need, so you can take that step forward to make yourself a better future. So no, I say that to say happy Valentine's Day to my single people, right? Single, married, divorced, widowed, you deserve love. All right, the walnuts are chopped as well as the almonds. They look really good. So now we're just, well, 45 minutes has passed. Don't we love the beauty of movie magic? So the 45 minutes has passed. I have taken it out, and I want to show you guys what it looks like. This is our lazy cherry dessert. And remember, I said it's going to look similar to the cobbler, and it does. So it's beautiful. We did it. You did that. Look at you making a lazy cherry dessert for Valentine's Day. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, so you get to see it all, I'm going to prepare it and then show you how I sprinkle the stuff on. How I like to do it, because it's a 9x13 pan. And if you notice, this is kind of like an upside down pineapple cake, right? It's like one of those cakes. So I'm just cutting it, and it's cutting beautifully. So that lets me know that we have done our job, right? But I'm not you should know me. I don't like to eat too much. This is all God-given juice. That's all. No, let me stop. For those, I'm not like that. So, all right. I have cut it, and I want to use a spatula. I think this spatula will do a little better for getting the sides out, because this is still very hot. This is why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it. It's very hot. This is after 45 minutes. This is a lazy cherry dessert, and as you see me touching it, it's just crumbling. It's crumbling, but look at that. Ooh. I'm gonna get a little more. Get a little more. You see that? It's a perfect Valentine's. Now, you can as beautiful as this is, You can top this with whipped cream. You can eat this with ice cream because again, this is a lazy dessert. So what a lazy dessert means is we can do whatever we like, but the recipe that I have, and you guys know me by now, I'm a perfectionist, so I like to make sure that everything looks a certain way. I know. This is from being a chef, isn't it? We get a little weird about the plating, and then I like to make sure it's perfect. All about presentation. Okay, so, yes. So this is what it looks like. Very delicious. So usually some people like to top it with whipped cream. Some people like to do a little ice cream and do a little nutmeg and a little cinnamon. But we like to do walnuts. So those walnuts that I have, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit. And guess what? We're done. This was our lazy cherry dessert. We did it. Yes. 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 I love when a plan comes together. All right. So before I go, I want to thank everybody for showing up and watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button, please share, subscribe, and go ahead and purchase my Good Time Gal cookbook. If you purchase my Good Time Gal cookbook on TikTok, I will throw in my free seasoning line. It's a barbecue rub seasoning line. There's a salt-free chicken rub, pork rub, rib rub. Yeah, it's that. It's that. If you ordered on Amazon, they have fast shipping, so you can get this within 3 to 5 business days. We also have them, remember, Amazon Prime membership, free download, so you can get all these wonderful recipes for free. But again, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in on this special day. I hope that your day is filled with love and that you know that you yourself are love. Okay? Have a good one. Happy Valentine.